All right, so Maria, here we go. Here is your warm up, right, before you work out. It's also, you do this at home, right? This is your core series to do at home. Before we do anything, we are going to spend some time on the floor breathing. Right now, this ball is really more deflated than I want you to use. You can also use anything that where you're basically put in a 90-90 position. So 90 degrees at the hip, 90 degrees at the knee. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna breathe, right? And if you don't have a space for this, or obviously, like if the ball you have isn't gonna work, then you can always put just your knees in the floor, feet in the air. Whatever's just gonna kind of take pressure off the core and the hips. So being in this position with a good inflated ball, or like a chair or something like that, a bed, couch, whatever. Hands in the belly, right? And you're just gonna relax. And again, it's about where the breath starts, right? Or where the sensation of the movement begins. So we're gonna begin just exhaling all the air out of your lungs. And just allowing for a nice full inhalation to fill the body. Again, exhale all the air out of your lungs. And just allow that nice full inhalation to fill the body. And with your hands in the belly, right, exhaling fully. On your inhalation, you should feel everything expand, not just at the belly, but gently in the side bodies, even a little bit in the back. Then the ribs should gently flare out and up, and even a little bit of movement occurring at the chest, right, and upper ribs. And then on the exhalation, there's reverse, right? So a little gentle movement down, the ribs start to come in, and all this begins to gently recede. And again, just finding that breath, 5 to 10 nice deep breaths. Then we're going to come into this DNS position. We'll call it a 6-month DNS position with your heels on the ball, right? And what you're going to do is, so we're not here at 90 degrees. We're actually kind of in a little bit. Heels super light on the ball. I mean, it should feel as if those heels are going to come, literally you could kick the ball out underneath me really easily. I should just barely be able to feel that ball. And I want to find that neutral pelvis position. So I'm not tucking, right? And I'm not arching. I'm finding that neutral pelvic position. So for me, like, you should feel the top of the hips making contact with the floor. Super, super light in the heels, hips in contact with the floor. And we want to feel this engaged. So again, we'll just start off just kind of poking, prodding, make sure everything's engaged, and really all the way around, 360 degrees, you want to feel the same. You don't want to feel any kind of gaps or holes in the shield here, right? And then what I want you to do is, on your exhalation, you're going to engage, and on the inhalation, you're going to relax. Exhale, engage. Inhale, relax. And you're going to kind of pulsate that 5 times, and you're just going to gently hold it. Find that engagement, How light can you go on the heels? And again, you can still breathe, right? So that ball disappeared. I didn't even realize it, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, we're going to do your hip bridge. And again, we may even have you just focus on engaging the butt muscles, the glutes right now. So hands on your rear, you're going to squeeze. You can squeeze one at a time. You can squeeze both at the same time. But we want to get you just really connected with your glutes. So again, those become your primary mover when you go to bring your hips up, hip hinge, bridge, whatever you want to call it. Now, once you feel real connected there, then we're going to go into your hip bridge. Again, for you right now, lift your toes a little bit, hands in the rear, and we're going to avoid this tuck and lift. What I want you to do is find that neutral pelvic position, find that engagement like you just did with the ball, right? And then we're going to drive up and slowly lower down. And I want to stop you halfway because I don't want you to arch your back. So we're just going to kind of come down just a little bit, keeping that neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Exhale, squeeze and drive up. Inhale, slowly lower down. Exhale, squeeze and drive up. Inhale, slowly lower down. Exhale, squeeze and drive up. Inhale, slowly lower down. I want you to go 10 to 15. Again, keep it to where if you start feeling that sciatic issue, stop. Right? See if you can stop before that. And then once you can get 15, I want you to try to hold that last one for about 5 seconds. Just really engaging your glutes, but avoiding tucking that pelvis. right? Try to keep that nice neutral spine. So that's number 2, right? Number 3 is we're going to do that quad, little quadruped, DNS quadruped position. Now, the cueing is kind of key here, and I'm going to probably change this up on you over time. We've discussed this, but what we're going to do is you're going to do a little bit of this draw and maneuver. So hands right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, 90 degrees at the hip, 90 degrees at the shoulder. We're going to get that slight external rotation, or that slight, we're breaking that down, slight external rotation, so the shoulders are gently back and down, and we're pressing to the outside edge of that palm. Then again, the first thing I want you to do is just do that engagement like you did earlier with the ball, right? We're going to gently think about the navel being gently drawn in, but at the same time pressing out through the sides. And then at first, I want you just to kind of hold this position. And once you feel like you can maintain this and still breathe, right, even all the way around, then I want you to play with keeping that position and slowly lifting up one hand, then the other. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So I'm just gently marching. Inhaling, bring the hand up, exhaling, lowering down. And the key is to keep all that stable. You can also put, like, I'll often put like a Dixie cup or something, or like a little ball on my back, just to see, to ensure that I'm moving as minimally as possible. So those are your 4 things, right? Breath, ball, DNS, core activation, hip bridge to the extent it feels right for you, limiting that range of motion and not getting that pelvic tuck. And then again, that kind of quad maneuver or quadruped position, draw in, lateral stabilization, right? So we're trying to get engagement all the way out here, not just at the belly, not just drawing this in, but really kind of that drawing occurs as you brace through here, right? And then once you feel solid there, feel like you can maintain it, then slowly marching with the hands. Hope this is helpful. See you soon.